Are you new to Blood Bowl 3 or a returning player and wanting to know how to use the Rat Ogre due to the changes of the rules? Instead of them having wild animal, they have animal savagery. I'm Controlled Chaos, and in this video we're going to go over some tips and tricks on how to use the Rat Ogre. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first off, the best tactic to use, one of the main ones that everyone uses, is just keep your guys away from the Rat Ogre. It will still get the stupid effect, and that's fine, but none of your guys will get injured. Now, another good tactic is to take one of your lowest cost team members and put them next to and keep them next to the Rat Ogre so that when animal savagery hits, you can target that low cost player to take out. And the reason you want to do that is because when you attack your teammate, when that happens, you can stun them, knock them out, injure them, and even possibly kill them. So you don't want to have a high cost player take that kind of damage. Now, if you really want to enhance things further, there are two other ways you can do things. One is you can take one of your low cost guys and you can build them up to be defensive against what the Rat Ogre will do. The first thing you want to add on to them is you want to add on Thick Skull. So Thick Skull is actually in the strength area, and it's right here. And what this does is it makes it so that you have to roll higher to get a stun and to get a knockout, which means that it's less likely that you're going to stun or knock out the unit. On top of that, another way you can go is by increasing their armor value by just going right here to where it says characteristics. It's going to cost a lot of points. You're going to need 18 points if it's level 1, and you can up the armor value. And that will help out with them getting injuries, knocked out, things like that. Now, another way you can go about this that you want to add on to them is you want to go into agility and you want to add jump up. Because what this will make this player do is jump up after being knocked down, and they'll be able to catch up to the Rat Ogre in case the Rat Ogre gets pushed too far away or ends up mowing down a guy with the frenzy and gets too far away. So that helps out there. Another thing you can do to really help out the gameplay is you can take one of your gutter runners or someone else and you can add on Sneaky Git. And Sneaky Git will let that player do a foul move, but when it rolls double on the armors, it doesn't call the foul. If you go this route and you want to do the fouling, you also want to go up here and you want to get Dirty Player, because Dirty Player, when a foul action is done by this player, the results of the armor value or injury tests can be modified by the amount shown, which is a +1, which is really good. It makes it a good, strong fouling player. Now, if, let's say, your Rat Ogre gets claws, what you really have to do for the character that you have following around your Rat Ogre that you're using as the target, you want to give them iron skin. The reason you want to give them iron hard skin is because it negates the claw mutation, nullifies it, because what the claw mutation does is when the player with the claw mutation knocks down an opponent, the opponent's armor value is always broken on an unmodified roll of 8+. So that's very important, because you don't want to end up injuring the guy that you're using as the sacrificial lamb to your Rat Ogre. And these are the ways that you can play the Rat Ogre and make it really strong and really good to use. Now, I personally like to armor up my guy. I like to give them the thick skull and the jump up, and because I like giving my Rat Ogre claws, I do hardened skin first. So I'll do hardened skin first, then I'll go with thick skull, and if I have the ability, I'll do jump up. That's the order I go in and how I do that. Then I give some of my gutter runners the dirty player and sneaky git. I go with sneaky git first, then dirty player. And that's how I roll mine. And I'll tell you now, you will totally savagely rip things apart with this build up. It's nice. The other players, you can do how you want. You can add blocks onto them, guards, stuff like that. I also highly recommend that with the one sticking next to your Rat Ogre, if you get those other things, like let's say you build them the way I do, and you do the iron skin, then you do the thick skull, maybe even guard, because guard really helps out with assists. And it's no matter how many players are around them, which is really nice and adds a lot. Now, what I'm wanting to know is, do you use any of these tactics and these ideas, or do you have different ways that you play your Rat Ogre type teams? Comment down below, let me know what tactics you use if they're different from what I'm talking about, and have a great day.